Hello and welcome everyone, I am Andy from Andy's Paradox, where I focus on deep dives into Paradox's library of historical grand strategy games. Today I'm collaborating with Paradox to give you a quick and easy tutorial on how to get up and running as a South American nation of New Granada in Victoria 3. Because as a young country in the New World, it's an example of a nation who must contend with challenges the major powers won't, namely the question of severe underdevelopment and catching up with technological modernization. In this tutorial then, I'll show you how to bring New Granada to greatness by focusing on research and changing our production methods. Thing is, New Granada is a heavily agricultural nation. At game start, a large part of your country is suffering from poverty. Food prices are high and the prices of clothing and furniture are soaring, meaning that the basic needs of our people are not being met. Alas, great undertakings cannot be made all at once. Our population is not just underfed, but underread, with a literacy rate of only about 15%, ensuring slow progress. First of all, to satiate our starving population, we need more food. But apart from simply building more farms, we need to begin the process of making our current and future farms more efficient. Currently, our farms utilize the simplest of methods to make their crops grow, but we can do better. By heading to the technology tree, we can start researching intensive agriculture, because once finished, it will teach our farmers how to enrich their soil with fertilizer to increase their crops. This does take 4 years, however, so in the meantime, there are a few things we should be doing. Our government is currently loved by the people, so it's a great time to start trying for some law changes. Since we're trying to get New Granada up and running as a prosperous and literate state, establishing a school system is the most important thing we can do for the time being. And since the church holds a strong position in our government, church-run schools we shall have. When you're playing as a relatively small nation like this, you will find yourself lacking construction slots and money in the beginning. So even though you might have begun building a few more ranches and are waiting for them to come into effect, it might be a good time to, ensure that you have a good foundation for future growth as well. So this might be the moment to begin the invasion of your neighbor Venezuela. With all of that lovely Caribbean coastline and importantly, their lovely farmland in the provinces of Miranda and Bolivar. You see, New Granada originally sits on a lot of land that is either influenced by the presence of the Andes Mountains, you heard that right, the Andes Mountains, or the Amazon rainforest, both of which give our provinces kind of nasty negative modifiers to industrial productivity in most sectors. Saying thank you to Venezuela after them generously giving up their lands is therefore a good move and allows us to take advantage of their better farmland. Of course, we cannot produce everything ourselves. To build up our own economy, food, clothing, and furniture production is our #1 priority, which leaves vital parts of our system exposed. To cover our needs elsewhere in the meantime, like arms production, we can import weapons from the great powers, at least as many as we need to make sure prices hit a good middle ground. Remember that if you find yourself with less money than you'd like at any point, don't worry too much. Feel free to either set up a consumption tax to raise funds or lower the salaries of the military post-war to recoup some losses. Once you find yourself in the green again with all your new farms and industry, you can feel free to raise salaries again or even lower the general taxes on your population to seriously increase standards of living. And before you know it, our parliament has enacted church schools and our scientists have researched intensive agriculture, allowing us to change the production methods of our farms. Now, we can go from using simple farming methods to soil-enriching farming to vastly increase our farming output. However, notice that this will also cause a demand for fertilizer, since fertilizer is used in the soil enrichment process. Now we may do two things. Researching intensive agriculture also opened up the ability to utilize the increased wool gathering production method in our livestock ranches, which produces fertilizer. And should we need more, importing fertilizer isn't a bad choice in the short term, even though you might want to start investing in your iron and sulfur production to start making fertilizer in factories of your own. And hey, while we're at it, researching nationalism is an important step for any nation in this era, not least of all because, well, since we annex Venezuela and hold these 7 required regions, we may now form Gran Colombia and take our rightful place as a true up-and-coming hegemon of not just the Andes, not just South America, but soon the entire world. And it's all thanks to our technological research and our new and improved production methods. Thank you so much for watching and for truly valuing the importance of technology and production methods when establishing your empire. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for all your Paradox tutorial needs, and on behalf of Paradox Interactive and Victoria 3, I am Andy from Andy's Paradox, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!